Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sheila G, the PAC, and today's video is going to be about some really good anti-aging alternatives to retinol for those with more sensitive skin types. For all things dermatology, of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. So retinol is a type of retinoid that can be found over the counter. Retinoids do a lot of things. They smooth fine lines and wrinkles by building collagen in the skin, and they increase cellular turnover, so that helps with texture, pigmentation, and unclogging of the pores. Retinoids also help with chronically sun-damaged skin because of their resurfacing effects. Now, as you may already know or may have heard me talk about in other videos, all retinoids can be inherently irritating and drying to the skin, including your over-the-counter retinols. So they commonly cause some peeling, dryness, and some irritation, at least during the first couple weeks of use. So for those who have more sensitive skin types or those who have chronic skin conditions including eczema or rosacea, retinol might not be a good option at all, because not only will this cause more sensitivity, but it might flare those kinds of conditions. But the good news is we do have some alternatives that can have very similar effects. So I want to present to you my top 5 topical alternatives to retinol that have similar effects without all of the irritation. First being bakuchiol. A lot of patients look at me crazy when I say that word, but bakuchiol is a plant-derived compound that has very similar effects to retinol, but without all of the irritation, dryness, and peeling. Now, bakuchiol is extracted from what is referred to as the bapshi plant, and that has been used in traditional Chinese medicine for centuries. So in the skin, bakuchiol serves as a powerful antioxidant that basically fights free radicals, which cause oxidative stress on the skin. And what that does is that leads to worsening of photo damage, and it contributes to the development of fine lines and wrinkles. So bakuchiol is going to help combat that. It's also anti-inflammatory, making it a great option for those who have more sensitive skin types. So like retinol, bakuchiol is known to build collagen in the skin and brighten dark spots. It also has some antibacterial effects which can be useful in those who have acne-prone skin. In studies comparing varying forms of bakuchiol and retinol, it was found that the reduction of fine lines and wrinkles and overall acne severity was very comparable between both groups. However, the group using bakuchiol had way less scaling, burning, and stinging on the skin compared to those in the retinol group, even though the outcomes were about the same. Now, when studied alone, it was found that bakuchiol had a statistically significant improvement of the complexion overall by the 3-month mark. So bakuchiol can be applied twice daily, unlike retinol that's only recommended for use at nighttime. The concentration of bakuchiol that's available over the counter ranges from about 0.5% to 2% in most products, although there are some higher strengths available. Now, the 2 products that I recommend the most include the 3-Ship Skin Hero 2% Bakuchiol Bioretinol Serum, which is a really good product that I've used myself with 0 irritation, as well as the Medic 8 Bakuchiol and Peptide Serum, which has, I think, a 1.25% Bakuchiol. And that leads us to our next alternative, peptides. Now, peptides are short-chain amino acids that make up essential proteins in the skin. And these proteins keep the skin hydrated and reinforce the collagen and elastin, which make up the skin structure. So by using products that contain peptides, we're essentially protecting the skin barrier, keeping it hydrated, and we're also supporting those structures that prevent fine lines and wrinkles. So some really good products that I recommend include The Ordinary's Multi-Peptide plus Hyaluronic Acid Serum, and they also have a moisturizer that contains the same ingredients. Another good one is the Multi-Peptide Advanced Serum by Naturium. Next is vitamin C, specifically ascorbic acid, which is the most active form of vitamin C. Ascorbic acid is a strong antioxidant that again helps fight those free radicals that contribute to overall skin damage and the development of fine lines and wrinkles. The only thing about vitamin C though, it is a highly unstable molecule, so it's quite difficult to stabilize in cosmetic products. So the effectiveness really does come down to the manufacturer and how the ingredient is compounded. But if the right form of vitamin C is found, then it can really help to build collagen in the skin and brighten the skin overall. One thing I have to admit though is that vitamin C in some people can be quite irritating to the skin, depending on the concentration and just your skin sensitivity. So what I recommend is to start with a lower concentration and to always do a patch test on the skin. So just place a small amount in one area of the skin and see how your skin does with that before you put it all over. Now, some products that I recommend include the L'Oreal Revitalift Vitamin C Serum that has a 12% L-ascorbic acid, and it also contains vitamin E and salicylic acid. Now, vitamin E is going to make it a little bit more hydrating to the skin, and salicylic acid is a beta-hydroxy acid, which helps to basically unclog the pores, and it helps with any texture on the skin. So all of that together makes for a great anti-aging serum. There's also a 20% vitamin C serum by Timeless Skincare that has L-ascorbic acid, and I'm gonna try that out for myself very shortly. But that is a pretty high concentration of vitamin C. So for those with more sensitive skin types, I would start with a lower concentration and kind of work your way up as you tolerate it. And then we have niacinamide, which is essentially vitamin B3. Now you can probably find niacinamide in every single product on the market if you look hard enough, but niacinamide does help overall with skin texture, pigmentation, acne, as well as fine lines. It's also a lot more soothing on the skin and a little bit more anti-inflammatory, so it is a good alternative to retinol. Now, some good products that I recommend include the Ordinary's Niacinamide Face and Body Emulsion, and then the Paula's Choice Niacinamide Booster, which is a slightly higher percentage of niacinamide. Now, last but certainly not least are alpha hydroxy acids, which I love. Alpha hydroxy acids are a group of water-soluble acids that basically serve as chemical exfoliants to the skin. And these include glycolic acid, lactic acid, and mandelic acid. Now, basically what these do is they promote cellular turnover, so we get more of this exfoliation and resurfacing effect on the top layer of skin. So by doing so, we're going to reduce fine lines and wrinkles over time. It's going to help significantly with texture on the skin, acne, many things. Now, as far as anti-aging effects, I do recommend glycolic acid over the other acids like lactic acid. And the reason for that is because glycolic acid only contains 2 carbon atoms in its molecular structure, making it a lot smaller of a molecule. And in that case, it can actually penetrate a little bit deeper into the skin and work a little bit better as far as exfoliating the skin. Now, in comparison, lactic acid is a larger molecule, so it's not going to go as deeper into the skin, but it's going to be a little bit more gentle on the skin. So, in that case, for those who have more sensitive skin types, it might be good to start with something like lactic acid before going to glycolic acid. Now, over the counter, glycolic acid is commonly found in concentrations of between 2 to 10%. And if you're starting out, I do recommend kind of the lower percentages before you jump to something like a 10%. There are chemical peels available, in dermatology offices, but those are really high concentrations of glycolic acid, so definitely wouldn't go there. So as far as some products that I recommend if you're going to start with glycolic acid, I recommend the Ordinary's Glycolic Acid Toner, which is very popular, very good place to start. Naturium also has a 10% resurfacing glycolic acid serum. There's also one by L'Oreal as well that's a 10%. So all of those are wonderful options if you're looking for more anti-aging effects, but just be cautious, the higher the strength, the more irritating it can be. Now, if you're looking for something a little bit more gentle and hydrating on the skin, but still getting that resurfacing effect, I do recommend the Biossance Squalane plus 10% lactic acid serum, which is a really good option. So there you have it, my top 5 gentle alternatives to retinol for those with more sensitive skin types. Of course, as always, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.